Hey, what you working on? Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Yo, we got this. Don't worry. Come through, baby. Come through.
Again. Get your head in the game.
Right here. Woo-hoo! I got you quiet real quick.
Come on in. Time to get to work. We gotta keep teams from getting easy baskets on the break. So let's focus on that transition D. Coaches, set up the drill. Let's get it, fellas.
Turn it up! Turn it up! We're gonna be losing today. Box out! Hey, get him over there! Yes, sir! Focus! Focus! Hey, heads up! We're here. Hey! Hey! Sit out! Shot! Shot! Listen, man, you can't play with me. That's what the ring room's for. Yeah, put him. Yeah! You want the smoke?
Box out!
Get
energy and practice today. Don't leave the gym without putting some individual work in.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man.
Let's go.
Come on, man. Who got the ball? Again.
Right here.
Man, I can't even watch this. We'll get the next one.
Get your mind right.
We've been ready. We're waiting your team. Oh, you done? You done?
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, right here, right here.
Hey!
Keep moving, baby. Keep moving.
Three of them, baby.
Step out, step out, step out.
One more.
Screen coming. Screen coming.
Hey,
Nah,
hey,
we good.
right here.
Let's ball.
Pick coming, pick coming. Whose man is that? Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started. Pick, pick. That's good. Screen, screen, screen.
Hey!
Shot, shot.
99. Get ready for some.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
fellas. I'm dropping a hammer.
Well, it looks like we've got a handle on this whole leadership thing for the time being.
Yeah,
does.
hashtags MP, leader, and let's go have been trending on social for the better part of 48 hours. So
Okay.
I'm
Congrats.
impressed.
Right. Hey, but can your source find out if Adela's still trying to trade a rising young star with leadership abilities up the wazoo?
Oh, don't talk about yourself in the third person.
yeah,
mean?
it plays terribly with boomers, and that's our most affluent demo.
And don't say wazoo.
And don't dodge the question. It's not that funny. I mean, I really want you to work your source here, Ricky. You know? Or if does Teresa from ticketing still have inside
It's
scoop or
not Teresa
then
from
who is it,
ticketing.
man?
Look,
You're
I'm
gonna
not
tell
telling
me.
you.
You're gonna tell me.
Look, just because you're doing a great job right now does not mean you can let your foot off the gas. Look, I will try and see where Othello's head is at, but you still got to do your thing, all right? Look, nothing's settled on the trade front.
Of course, man, but it only gets better from here, Rick. Trust me.
All right, well, you know, it might be a good idea for you to check in with Coach Graves, too. I mean, he's an ally on this one.
Yeah, I do, chat with him every day, but maybe I can see what if he knows what Othello's thinking or doing.
Good. In the meantime, I'll hit up my source, and we'll take it from there. One day at a time, right?
Yes, sir. Only way to do.
And P, glad you're here. I got to talk to you.
Yeah, man, I was about to say what's up, but you look a little bit upset.
There's no easy way to say this, but you're out of the starting lineup.
I don't understand why.
It's beyond my control.
But you said you would help me if I stayed out the press.
I can help you.
Okay, how? By doing whatever Othello tells you to do?
Ernest, get over here. MP, I'd like you to meet Ernest Templeton.
Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too, man. What exactly does Ernest here do?
He's one of the brightest young stars in our analytics department.
Analytics. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
He came up with the formula for teammate grade, our new all-in-one performance metric.
That was you, man?
It is. Do you like it?
Yeah, I read the documents up on it. Makes a lot of sense. I'm just excited to see it in action.
When you see yourself going up for posterizing dunk, what do you see? A unicorn flying over a rainbow. What I see is a series of zeros and ones in the beautiful pattern of a Wolverine raining down on his opponents. It's mathematical inevitability. I've been working on it for a long time.
Long time, huh?
Yeah, 89, 99, 2009. Time doesn't exist.
There's been extensive research, but we'll spare you the details.
Spare you the details.
Needless to say,
Needless to
it's
say,
the new gold
it's the new
standard.
gold
Phil
standard.
Boyer wants us to use it as a central pillar in all player
I was gonna say
evaluation.
all of these things. Teammate grade. This is how we change the narrative. How are you going to achieve a better grade than the starter that's currently in place? Here's how you're going to do it.
You hit those goals, and we'll have no
You have
choice
those
but to
goals,
start
no choice
you.
to start
Phil Boyer
Phil
will see
Boyer
to it
will
himself.
I got you,
I'm
Coach.
just going to say that.
Okay, enough, Ernest. All right, look, we're all pulling for you, MP.
We're on point for you, MP.
We know you can do this.
We know.
All right, I'm gonna get out of here. But I got you, Coach.
I got you, Coach. I knew he was going to fist bump us both.
Look, Coach, I know what you're going to say, but I swear to you, I have been putting in the work. You see me. I've been in the gym, man. So it's not a matter of effort. It's
You're
just
in the starting lineup.
Wait, I'm what?
Next game, you're going to run with the starters.
Why?
Well, we think you're pressing and you're trying to prove you belong, so we want to take some of the pressure off you.
By making me a starter?
You trying to talk me out of it?
No. I'm just surprised. That's all. It's just, I know I've been underperforming just a little bit.
Just promise me you'll give it your all.
I can do that. I got you.
Good.
You won't regret this, Coach. I got you.
Yeah. So if I play against somebody and they're using KD or LeBron and I use myself and I win, oh wow, oh yeah.
Everybody's gonna hear about it?
For sure. The whole city's gonna, yeah. I'm real competitive.
Welcome to Ephemeral. Come on in.
Okay, I'm excited.
What would you like to get tattooed today?
I would love to get a logo from our
It's hard not to look at the standings and start thinking about the playoffs already. But Clark, how early do you think is too early to start looking ahead at the postseason?
Well, I think you got to play where your feet are. You can't be looking too far ahead if you're a player. It's fun for us to talk about playoff races and potential matchups, but for players and coaches, they've got to be locked into the here and now.
So here's Dallas's starting group. They've got Kyrie Irving, Dwight Powell out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Big Daddy in at the small forward position. Here's Ivy. Down low, Duran. Doncic grabs the miss. Irving against Diallo. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Boy, great display of concentration and tenacity from Irving there. Fighting his way through contact, getting it up and down, plus the foul.
At the line for one.
That free throw good from Irving.
You have to think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
Now here's Cunningham. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. So where do you see the ceiling for this younger Pistons team as they continue to grow?
You know, B.A., it's always difficult to predict the limits of a team. But as long as they continue to steadily develop, they can become a unit with playoff potential.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And Diallo drops them both. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Here's Doncic. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Boy, it's so impressive you see Doncic at his size handle the ball the way he does. As a defender, he can really put you on your heels.
Here's Duran. In the game against New York, very impressive.
3 misses to start the game, still trying to break the seal on that hoop.
And now the Mavs on the run. Count it. Good.
Doncic, so multifaceted. A stat sheet stuffer supreme. He does everything, including dropping dimes.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Diallo. And again, the Pistons missing.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Here's O'Connor. Stewart defends. O'Connor can't hit.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them. I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots. Well, the #1 overall pick in 2021, Cade Cunningham, ended up 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting, but nevertheless had an outstanding first season.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Duren with the bucket.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 5 so far, looking sharp. And Cunningham has to carry a developing Pistons team. Something you'd know about, Grant. Any advice?
Just keep working hard, young man. He is on the right track for sure, B.A. I know he will get it done. He loves the game, and he has embraced the challenge of making this team a winner.
Now here's Diallo. His last outing, he had 18 points. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
And he drops it in from the low post. Doncic just got 7 points.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Detroit calls timeout. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
I found it was an interesting game. Anything.
So it's the Mavericks now, and after this game wraps up, they're off to New York to take on the Knicks. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. It's Cunningham and Ivy at the 1 and the 2. Amadou Diallo out there with Duren. And it's Wiseman in at the center position. That's the group for Detroit right now. And that was the Mobile One drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, he's clearly not satisfied with the lead they have. Took it to the rack, it would not be denied.
Pass to Diallo. Doncic against Cunningham. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dwight Powell. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
On the wing, taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game.
Boy, that's outstanding defense by Wood. He's tall, rangy, good timing. He's tough to shoot over.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Pistons focusing on improving their scoring. Coach Dwayne Casey said, quote, "This is an offensive league. In today's game, you've got to be able to shoot the 3 because you can't make enough 2s to win. It's tough to defend the 3, so you've got to keep that scoreboard moving." Back to you.
Floor spacing at a premium, Allie. Thank you. The officials have been a little stingier with the whistle recently. Clark, you think fewer fouls called is good for the game?
I like to see the game played with a certain amount of flow, so you got to give some latitude to the physicality, and I am in favor of fewer fouls being called. The officials do a good job, I think, of judging advantage, disadvantage, and it's much more appealing to the fans when the game flows more fluid.
Wiseman, the pass to Diallo. Charity stripe shot. Here's Wiseman. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points.
Pass to O'Connor. Over Diallo. O'Connor can't hit. For Detroit, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Ivy. They get the rebound. Here's Duren. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Love the effort. Absolutely love it. Keeping the play alive with his activity.
Outside Irving. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to be perfect. For the most part, they've really taken care of the ball. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
To the middle. And Powell Powell with the stuff.
Got to give it up for Powell now. I mean, he excels at rising off the ground to punch home these alley-oops.
The Pistons have got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter.
And, you know, what's most impressive about Luka Doncic is how fast he has become a bona fide star in this league. I mean, you get the feeling he's nowhere close to being done improving yet. But I believe those games at the highest level in Europe really prepared him to be a star in the NBA.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Pass to Wiseman.
Remaining in the first half.
Mavericks with the rebound.
2 minutes.
Here's Bullock. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Yes, it's good. And Luka's the kind of guy you build your team around, Clark.
Yeah, and I think this next step is being a franchise player that learns how to lead effectively. It's incredible how much he has already accomplished at such a young age, and his transition coming to the NBA from Europe has been, I think, surprisingly seamless.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Well, Clark, when you join... And so it's the Dallas Mavericks sitting on a comfortable 21-point lead.
With the score, your Pistons 30, the Mavericks 51. Fans, give a big round of applause for your Pistons youth dance team.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, Dwight Powell out there with Reggie Bullock. Then it's Kyrie Irving, then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Big Daddy in at the 3. Shot from 16 and off the glass. That one's good. He's got 9.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Diallo outside. Cunningham against Doncic. Pass to Duren. Ooh, poked away. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And the Pistons with possession here. Diallo outside. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Diallo on the wing, all alone. Doesn't go that time, and it's Dallas the other way.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Pass to O'Connor. Over Cunningham. Another one falls for Dallas.
Luka Doncic.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Diallo finds Cunningham. Here's Duren. For 3, Diallo. They get it again. Stewart. The shot from the low post is good. Here's O'Connor. 11 points in the game. And there's the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Pass to Cunningham. A nice shot by Ivy.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, he has that fight in him. Love the aggression at the rim when they are trying to claw back into the game.
Here's Bullock. Stewart defends. Here's Doncic. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
Well, such a soft release on this difficult shot. Doncic is a master at knowing how and when to use that shot.
And the Pistons call time here.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Pistons making a change here. Wiseman's checked in. And Dallas with a change here, too. Woods checked in for Bullock. Back to Cunningham. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Dallas has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. And it's Doncic on the drive. Good on the shot. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
2 minutes.
Back to Cunningham. Diallo outside, puts up a 3. Detroit, no good that time either.
I mean, he's yet to make a shot this quarter. At some point, you got to look for other ways to impact the game.
And stolen by Stewart. To the inside, and stolen by Wood. Doncic against Cunningham. Left side, Irving. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, and Christian Wood moving here to the Mavs over the summer. Now, the Mavs knew they wanted more size, so they sent a number of players in exchange, but they got a deadly weapon to help them this season.
Here's Wiseman. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The Pistons have gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Here's Ivy. And you look at the numbers, currently around 22.5 points a game. Cunningham against Doncic. To win the run, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Doncic.
For your Pistons, Cunningham. Cunningham taking 2 shots.
That free throw good from Cunningham. Burks, he's...
Substitution on the court.
It's Cunningham and Ivy at the 1 and the 2. Duran out there with Hamidou Diallo. And it's Wiseman in at the center position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Inside. Diallo, no good.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Here's Irving, and it's Dallas scoring again.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Cunningham outside. There's the 3. Here's Duran, goes back up. And he takes it up and lays it in.
A tale of 2 halves. After a slow start, he's turning his offense around.
And here is Irving. Pass to O'Connor. Over Diallo. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And players weather some verbal abuse from fans on the road. Clark, we've seen some of them say they'll mirror that energy. What do you think about that?
Well, I tell you, it's interesting, Brian. Clearly, fans have a right to cheer and say things, but they can't be abusive. And just because you buy a ticket doesn't give you a...
Substitution on the court.
A A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Stewart, the pass to Burks. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Here's Doncic. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
You know, in this day and age, you expect most players to drive it or shoot the three. Luka utilizing the 15 to 20 foot range here. Good idea.
Throw it down on the lob.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Here's O'Connor. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. He's got 19.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Back to Cunningham. Pass to Duren. Burks with it. Shot on the wing. Clock at 6. That one rolls around and rims out. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Burks against Doncic. Shoots over Burks. Again, Dallas.
Really hard to think of things they didn't do well in this one. Certainly a dominant night on offense for the Mavericks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And being that this is the first of 2 games, these 2 teams will play against one another. They've set the tone with this win against the Pistons.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Luka Doncic.
Anytime they needed a bucket, they'd put the ball in his hands and say, go make a play. It was impressive to watch.
Here's Ivy. Pass to Cunningham. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Offensive board. Duren. He can't get it to go. The Mavericks on offense. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the lob. And Powell with the stuff.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Pass to Ivy. And here's Cunningham outside. Bullock puts it in. Now here's Doncic. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian.
Thanks, MP. Can you tell us about the decision to move you to the bench?
I mean, from day one, I've always said I'm happy to come, from any points of the court. Off the bench, on the bench, whatever. Just think about Manu. He's a Hall of Famer, and he came off the bench as well. I mean, if Coach thinks I need to come off the bench to help us win, I'm riding with Coach on this. I'm all for it.
It's tough for me to see the logic behind your benching from a performance perspective.
Exactly.
I mean, is there something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? Maybe like a disciplinary action situation?
No.
There's not?
No.
Okay.
Great.
If you say so.
Thanks, Nate. Whoa, take it easy, Nate. Like you about to jump out of your seat. What's up, brother?
Well, How do you respond to the reports that Athela Akben is not hanging up the phone and other teams ask about your availability, man?
Okay, how do I put this? Everyone has a job on the team. And Athela's job is to explore every option to improve the roster.
But wait, you don't think that you've earned a reprieve from trade talks with your recent play?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, people are gonna ask about you if you're playing well. That just comes with the territory, bruh.
I mean, but there are stars in this league that are off the table without question.
Okay,
right
and?
now, you're not one of them.
Oh, okay. Listen, fam, I don't compare myself to other people like that. If my team is winning, I'm good. So that's what I'm all about. That's it. I don't listen to all that outside noise and chatter.
Hey, what you working on?
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
One more.
Get your mind right.
Keep it going. We'll get the next one.
see you want to work on your three-point shooting. Let's get set up.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Come on, let's go. Let's do it.
Hey, right here.
Again. Man, I can't even watch this. Again.
Hey, hit me up.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's go. Gear up. We good.
Hey, right here. Shot!
Just like that.
Come on, focus. Get your mind right.
We good. We'll show you. You're about to get off my court.
Let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get it started, man. Let's get it started.
It'll drop, man. Keep shooting. Keep shooting, baby.
There's a rebound.
Let's go.
Hey, good look. Who got ball? Hey, don't worry about it. Keep shooting. Hey, that's all right, man. Keep shooting. Hey. Hey,
say 2 to 3 years? Yeah. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not.
It's up to 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
I thought they said 6 to 8 weeks.
No.
My mom's gonna kill me. Chris Manning would never do this for the show, by the way.
Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Awesome, let's go.
Heavy is the crown, heavy is the crown. You better work, didn't I come to play? Knocking off the pawns, yeah, we
Oh, that is...
With the All-Star game approaching, Brent, there are plenty of deserving players, but as we know, there are only 12 coveted spots for each roster.
And Kevin, get ready for all the snub talk that we hear every year. It comes along like rain in spring. But if you could see the league expand the rosters, maybe to 13, maybe even 15 players, maybe some of that would go away. Not all of it, but maybe some.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Big Daddy is out there with Maxi Kleber. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Doncic, and it's Irving in at the 2-guard spot. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Randall not giving up on that play, smells that one out, grabs the ball, and gets 2 more.
Here's Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently, and I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
Here's quickly after the made shot from O'Connor. Here's Barrett. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Irving's shot is good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
To the inside, Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
It's awesome to have a guy at that size be able to accelerate and elevate like RJ did there.
Here's O'Connor. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. O'Connor's got his second basket of the game.
Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
Right side Robinson. No good that time. And the Mavericks going the other way now. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
Now here is McGee. Here's O'Connor. Banked in off the glass. O'Connor's got 6 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Brunson kicks to quickly. To the right side. Randall right side. Out to Barrett. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
Yeah, and watching that, all kinds of contributions and just little things that guys were doing to chip in for that win.
And he makes that one.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Tom Thibodeau. D.A.?
Thanks, Kevin. Looking at these matchups, he thinks they can pound the ball inside with success. He wants them to get points in the paint early, force the defense to collapse, and then play inside out. We'll see if the opponent sticks to that game plan as well, guys.
Thank you, David.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the Mavericks making. Dallas, Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Big Daddy comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Irving subbed in for Hardy. Here's Brunson.
Nice D from Doncic.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And the question for the Mavs is simple. How do you best build around Luka Doncic? They'll try to answer that in the coming years.
The forward spots will be Barrett and Randall. Emmanuel quickly out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Toppin in at the 5. They're the group New York will start the second with.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Barrett kicks to Quickly. No good with the triple. And Greg, it just seems for the Mavs, it's all about finding the right fit for the role players.
And that's why this team was willing to move on from Porzingis. Going forward, you could see them look a lot like the Harden era Rockets.
Irving's shot is good.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Brunson. 17 points in his last outing. Camp it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 14 points again thanks to the basket from Randy. And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And while you can't get it all back in one possession, just stay after it, keep attacking, and see what happens.
With the putback.
Well, Toppin can hit a 3. He can throw down a monster dunk. What can he do in between?
For Dallas, they've got only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by New York. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
You would have thought that things could not have been more dramatic after regulation ended like it did, but the way they won that in overtime, wow.
Irving's shot is good.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Brunson kicks to Barrett. Irving against Quickly. Back to Barrett. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Dallas leading by 14. Doncic passes to O'Connor. Over Quickly. O'Connor with the bucket. O'Connor's got 10 points in the game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. When you think of half-court offenses in general, Greg, how critical is ball and player movement to a team's success?
Kevin, unless you have incredible isolation scores, it's essential. Even then, keeping the defense rotating and reacting is the best way to create open looks and offensive rebound opportunities.
Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. Dallas also making some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Christian Wood. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Maxi Kleber. Doncic against Brunson.
In the first half, 2 minutes.
Irving surveying the floor. The 10-footer. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Brunson the pass to Quickly. He feeds it to Barrett, and Barrett slams it in.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
You got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
One of the more striking things about Emmanuel Quickly is his ability to draw fouls and get to the line. That's pretty special for a young player, and he's automatic when he gets there.
Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Evan, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. And now, let's take one more look at that great Mobile One drive.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor. You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
2 shots.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Dallas.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
Well, they've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
And he makes the first. A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Reggie Bullock, and Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Doncic. Both free throws good from O'Connor. 55 seconds left in the second quarter. And the pass to Hart. Back to Rose. Passes to Hart. There's the triple. No good on that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
The kick out to Rose. Misses the three. Mavericks leading by 20. On the wing, Hardaway. Defended by Hart. Here's O'Connor. Again, the Mavericks score.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
And so it's Dallas, holding a 22-point lead as the quarter wraps up. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Big Daddy. Maxi Kleba is out there with JaVale McGee. That's Kyrie Irving, and it's Doncic in at the point.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Pass to Randall. McGee with the block.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks.
And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
Barrett with the ball. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city.
Doncic with the bucket.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Barrett. A 3-ball. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
New York calls timeout. Brad, one thing you can say about JaVale McGee, wherever he goes, success seems to follow.
Well, for sure, since 2017, he's won multiple rings. He brings...
The Knicks have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
At the line.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And the Mavericks with possession here. O'Connor the pass to Powell. Good on the bucket. Powell's got his first points in this one.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
And you love to see Rose operating as a playmaker first and foremost.
And so it's Dallas, having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
So no problem for Dallas as they get the win to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight. Says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.
Great game, MP. Really well done.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Thank you.
Next game, you're back with the starters.
Don't lie to me, Coach. Do not lie to me.
No cap.
I see you.
I just told the press during my availability. So why don't you head over there and answer some of their questions and bask in the glory.
All right, now, that's not a bad idea there.
You've earned it. Now go enjoy it.
Oh, is that my man John in the cut back there?
Ah,
man, it's always good to see you. What's up?
Hey, it's me, man. Great game, MP.
Thank you, man.
So, Coach Graves just let us know that you're back in the starting lineup. Yeah. First off, did he tell you yet? And if so, how does that feel?
Yo, that's crazy because he just told me. Like, he literally just let me know. It feels great, man. You know, everyone wants to start in this league, and I'm no different, man. You know, so I'm hype.
So are you aware of reports that you've been placed back in the starting lineup so they can actually showcase you for a potential trade?
No. That's actually the first time I've actually heard that.
Well, let me read this to you. Sources familiar with the organization's thinking have confirmed that there's interest in acquiring Shep Owens in the trade. So how do you feel about that?
Obviously, you know, just give me a second, man. If that's true, that's unfortunate. Because I have proven that I can contribute to winning basketball. So to hear something like that, I don't understand it. I don't.
Well, not to make things worse, but I'm also hearing that Shep was Athala Akben's first choice at 18, but Phil Boyer overruled him, which is why he hired Freddie Novak to help smooth over the PR hit he took for drafting you.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure how to respond to that, Nate.
Understandable. I mean, whenever you're ready to talk, I'm here for you, brother.
Yeah, sure.